Hello everyone, happy Saturday. Anina back for Vivid Earth. How's everyone doing? And let me know where you're from. I would love to hear where you're from. And it's so beautiful to see the tribe and family growing. And welcome to those that are new. Really appreciate you being here, supporting what I do, which is really spreading the truth and inspiring those who are awakening and inspiring all of you, hopefully. So, we do have a beautiful future lying ahead. I don't actually like that word, but I guess that's what we're using for the moment, because we only have each and every moment, don't we? So, we create our future in every moment through every thought, action, and word we speak. Um, but I actually wanted to bring something yesterday and I didn't have time. So there was a lot of rumors flying around that it's the end of the Kali Yuga yesterday, which is on the equinox. And, there's so much difference in opinion on this that I didn't really say anything before. But the more I look at it and the more I see other spiritual people comment on it, and the more I feel the energies, I'm kind of convinced that this is really, it was the end of the Kali Yuga. And that we are literally stepping into the golden age as we speak. So, the energies are continuing to be absolutely crazy. So, if you're not feeling your best, that's okay because it's all for a good cause, right? We are making our bodies lighter for this time to come. So, everything that's heavy, everything that's no longer supposed to be there will go. So, you will feel detoxing symptoms. You might feel some, imbalances, vertigo. I know that I've had a lot of issues with altitude. Like I would just go like over the mountain, not even that high, or in my opinion, and I would feel like the altitude in my ears. So, but otherwise, it's been pretty good. Apart from not being able to sleep much on Friday night, I didn't, no, not on Friday night. Sorry, Thursday night, the literally the night of the equinox. I could not sleep a wink. I think eventually maybe I fell asleep at 3 or 4. And that's strange for me. These days I sleep quite well. So, and even though I tend to be a natural night owl, so I have to force myself to go to sleep before midnight. But yeah, these days I sleep well. But Thursday night, not so much. It's definitely felt the energies, and there's like a jittery energy in the air. It's like some sort of expectation of something that will be happening. Who knows? I think a lot of us feel like that, and hopefully we'll see some shocking disclosure and not soft disclosure very soon. I think we all want that. But as I always say, be patient. You don't know what's going on in the background. This is a complicated military operation globally that's playing itself out right now to remove the last vestiges of the cabal in all aspects and all levels of government, institutions, corporations, society at large, basically any sphere with influence, right? Because you've got to remove all the rot. If you don't remove all the rot, it just spreads again. And it just, it will spread, it will go up the ladder. Because often those that I like to call in middle management who are executing the will of these malevolent extraterrestrials and hybrids, they don't know what's going on. They themselves are so brainwashed that they absolutely believe in their cause, believe it or not. But then there are those that are consciously making the decision to do certain things that they know is not right, but they do it because A, they get the money, B, they get the status and all the, you know, all the frills, and they love it so much, and they love materialism and money, and so all morals get sort of swept to the side and they pretend they're doing it for a good cause. And so there's a lot of these middle management things that need to be cleaned out. So this military operation is still underway, but I do believe it's going to reach a crescendo very soon. And as I said before, especially with the financial system, something is coming. The governments are buying up gold like never before, like literally they are gobbling it up like in hordes. And while the gold price is still being suppressed, it's not going to be for long. And when it shoots up, It might be too late for you to buy. So I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying get at least a little bit of gold and silver. I think you will be happy later on. I'm not going to get into all the other financial assets because I'm not an expert, so I prefer not to speak about it. But of course, it does look like SRP is going to be some sort of currency or reserve currency, or that Ripple may be some sort of replace some sort of Swift system that we currently have, and all of those things are going on in the background. A lot of people are saying the currency revaluations are ready to roll, and I think we're waiting for a few certain pieces to fall into place. There's a lot of chaos currently happening in the Middle East, war looming, Iran threatening US and Iran, not so friendly, but you have to remember a lot of this is posturing as well. Of course, there are certain cabal forces in charge of Iran. Remember, Iran used to be Persia. It didn't used to be a Muslim country. It was a beautiful country. And, the cabal got hold of it and turned it into a very suppressive Muslim country, taking away women's rights and all of these things, and turned it into a pretty much a hellhole. I mean, they won't say that themselves, but I'm sure a lot of people would like to see the old Persia restore and come back into its former glory, because those were glory days. And so a lot of these things that you see currently are posturings, and we don't know exactly what's going on, but I have taken a wait and see approach for a while now, for years now, and I guess that's how I am. I don't ever jump to conclusions, because I know there's more complexity behind what we're seeing on the world stage than what we can decipher ourselves, because we don't, there's things happen behind the veil for a very good reason, and this is 5D chess. So many things are not as they seem currently, and we will wait for it to all play out, to see what was really going on there, what was the real goal and objective of certain moves. So just chill, sit back, and, well, I shouldn't say that, because we have work to do. As light warriors, we all have work to do. So don't just watch as things play out on the world stage as if you have no role in it, because you do have a role in it, a very important role in it. We are literally lighthouses connecting the Earth's grid with higher consciousness, and that is your most important job right now, to develop and grow your own consciousness. And whether it's mindfulness practices, whatever you need to do, but it needs to be done, guys. So you better get on with it. For those that are resisting it, it's definitely very interesting times that we are in. But as I said, I definitely feel the shift as well. We are in this eclipse portal right now, which comes to a sort of crescendo on the 29th of March with the solar eclipse, and with the equinox smack bang in the middle of it. I can see how some believe that really is the end of the Kali Yuga, and that the golden age is unfolding. Now, there will still be darkness and chaos around us, but we can see a glimmer on the horizon. We can see the new dawn rising, and that is excellent news. So don't get too pulled into all the details or the people that are asleep, because it's just going to bring your vibration down, and it's sometimes not much you can do about that. If people are refusing to see the light, don't argue with them, don't debate with them, just smile and wave. All right, have a nice life. That's what I do. It's no use arguing with those people. Perhaps they will wake up when certain shocking events play itself out, and at that stage we will refrain from saying "I told you so." We will just say, "What information do you need? How can I help? How can I support you?" Because a lot of it is going to be very shocking. I mean, there's a news report coming out of South Africa now, which I think the South Africans will find interesting, by the People's Voice. Now, I couldn't see all of it, it's behind a paywall, but it was on Twitter, saying that there's a huge human trafficking operation that was being exposed in Cape Town, South Africa, and the people involved in that are no other than Hunter Biden. We know he's been in South Africa for a little while. Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, I think it was somebody else, I can't remember. But those three we know that they are key traffickers in this whole global, the real pandemic, which is trafficking of humans and little ones specifically. And not much of this has been exposed because it's so horrific. The people that have not been aware of this at all are going to be very, very shocked. So it has to be done bit by bit, unfortunately. So what I find interesting is obviously Ellen DeGeneres fled the US. She's in the UK now. Makes sense that she would come here to get her fix of the one that is the adrenal and then the chrome, which one I'm talking about. Trying to speak in code here. It makes sense that she would be here to get her fix. Oprah is the queen of the domain here for that sort of thing. Hunter Biden has been in South Africa for a little while. He pleaded poverty in the US with his court case, saying that he doesn't have money to defend himself. He doesn't want to have any more money, but all the while having 16 security agents protecting him. So yeah, Trump just this week announced that is over. He will have no longer protection. He should not have. Between him and Ashley Biden, they have 19 security around them at all times. So even in South Africa, when they come here, probably even more. So he actually cancelled that with immediate effect, which is great news. Maybe he knows something about what's going down here in South Africa and what he's here for. Because we all know it's good business. It's big business. In fact, this is the biggest industry globally, $1 trillion industry. Humans, children's, the trafficking and the production of this chrome substance that I mentioned before. This is $1 trillion. So if he wanted to make a quick buck, I would say he would. One of the first things he would think about is come to South Africa, because we are one of the trafficking capitals in the world alongside Ukraine. So it makes sense, doesn't it? Come and make a quick buck. Oprah knows how to do it. She has all the connections. Ellen is suffering from withdrawal symptoms. Of course, she's going to come as well. Or maybe it's all just a setup to actually expose these people for who they really are, and at the same time expose what's been going on in South Africa. Because, as I said in my Telegram post, it's not the dumb politicians that we should be upset about. It's this kind of thing is the real thing that needs to be disclosed. And I know a lot of it's been cleaned up, but there's still a lot going on. So it's not quite over, and that needs to be exposed. And people are going to be extremely shocked and probably sick to their stomach when they find out the truth, but it has to come to light. This is the time. We're moving into the golden age, which means the light is illuminating all of the darkness. It has to come up and out now. Up and out, up and out. So this is D-Day for the darkness to rise to the top, to be recognized, to be alchemized, to be sent back to source in many cases, So I am very interested to see how all this unfolds. I did not see it on any other alternative news platform, so I'll continue to keep a lookout and let me know if you've heard anything else. But that was very interesting to me, and I'll try and see if I can get to the whole video or documentary that he did, that Sean did from The People's Voice. There was something else that I wanted to read as well, which I thought was quite good, quite nice. So let me just see who is the person. This Golden Thread by Golden Thread. So it is actually from Facebook. Walking through molasses, a message for the ones who feel the weight. It feels like you're walking through molasses right now. You're not alone. Every step feels heavier, every breath more tender. Even getting out of bed feels like climbing a mountain made of shadows. I might say that's not me right now. I think I'm over that mountain. But I think a lot of people are in that space. So hopefully this will support you. But hear this. You're not broken. You are passing through a sacred threshold. March 21st, 2025. Today is not just another day. This was sent yesterday. It's the end of a cycle, the final breath of the Kali Yuga, the long, dense age of forgetting. And just like the moments before dawn, the darkness feels thickest right before the light begins to rise. We are moving from the age of disconnection into an era of reconnection, from fragmentation into wholeness, from illusion into remembrance. This heaviness, it's the soul shedding lifetimes of weight. It's the earth exhaling. It's the past being pulled from our bodies, our bones, our hearts. And I don't know about you, but I've had a lot of memory issues. People that are not part of my path now, I just seem to forget their names. It's weird. It's like it's just kind of floating away, all that information. It's like not necessary to have that information moving forward, or that's at least what I could make from it. So it goes on to say, we are quantum beings, and I think we forget that. I believe that standing in agape helps that transformation occur. You may feel like you're being pulled backward, but let me tell you, you are launching forward. This is the slingshot moment, beautifully said. And in these moments, we need to remember the truth. You're not stuck, you're unfolding. You're not behind, you're realigning. You're not weak, you're witnessing the weight of a whole age dissolving through you, because we are also the vessels for a lot of this darkness to be transmuted, or a lot of us are. Here's how to walk through this, even if it feels impossible. Ground in the body, drink warm water, touch the earth, breathe into your feet. Let gravity be your friend, not your enemy. Sink into the earth. Rest without guilt. Rest is resistance. Rest is sacred right now. You're not lazy. You're processing planetary density. Create small movements. Stretch, shake, hum, cry. Any movement is forward motion right now. Anchor in agape, which is unconditional love. Speak gently to yourself. Wrap your own heart in your arms. Whisper, you're doing better than you think. You are, I promise. Connect to the web. Find your people, even just one soul who sees you. We are weaving this together. I love that. You are not falling. You are part of a cosmic turning. Even when you feel like a bud barely breathing, the garden is still growing. Even when the threads feel tangled, the tapestry is still forming. Let this be your reminder. We are not retreating. We are reforming. We are not broken, we are birthing. We are not done, we are blooming. And if you're here reading this, you are part of the ones who came to help carry this shift through. We're walking through the molasses together. Oh, this was said by Kara Anina. I love that. I hope that meant something for some of you. I just loved it. Okay, on to other news. So, this week, you all know Real Raw News, which we never knew if it was really legit. I did report months and years ago that I don't think that news channel will be able to publish the things that they do without prosecution, without defamation cases filed against them when they talk about celebrities and high-profile figures being executed at Gitmo. Okay? They've said so many different things in so much detail. The whole process, what admiral was there, how it went down, what was said. All of it has been published on that platform. Why has it not been taken down? I wonder. It's there to help us know the truth so that we are the first layer. It's like the information goes through layers. We are that first layer that filters through the information and disseminates it in a way that's manageable for other people. So this week, Real Raw News. Got a pass to the White House press room. What does that say, guys? What does it say? It says buckle up, because what's about to come next is going to get very, very interesting. I'm so happy about that. So the post reads, before you are tempted to say that Real World News is not a legit source, know this. President Trump gave them a pass to the White House press room since he recently opened the door for alternative media to finally have a seat at the official table. In other words, buckle up. That's excellent news. He was also hanging a painting in the White House of the Declaration of Independence, the original one. So things are building momentum, and I hope you are as excited as I am to finally see this operation come to a crescendo. It's not going to be totally over, but this year we're going to see all parts of it play out and being revealed and unveiled. Oh, I think what I forgot to mention is with Iran, all the tension between US and Iran. They had a magnitude 5 earthquake in Natanz in Isfahan, which is the home to a key Iranian nuclear site. Interesting. Are they looking to take out their nukes before anything can happen? We kind of know our benevolent extraterrestrial brothers and sisters have technology that can block any nuclear ammunition, or whatever you want to call it, from detonating. They have that kind of technology. They have been protecting this planet because it's not just about this planet, it's about the entire galaxy. What happens here will be that word throughout the galaxy, and good or bad. So, they can't afford such a devastating event, not just for Earth, but the entire galaxy. It'll affect other planets as well. So, yeah, I'm not so worried. I think it's just like a strategic move, to be honest. Posturing, disclosure, 5D chess. That's what it is. And I love what Mark Atwood, I shared the post on Telegram as well. By the way, if you're not on there, make sure you are subscribed. All the best stuff gets shared there on a daily basis, all the hottest news, so make sure you're subscribed. The link is below in the show description. But he was saying, do you see why the sting operation has taken so long? And this is exactly what I just said, by the way, as well. There are demons at every level in society, from this evil bastard senator who he posted about, and you might have heard, former Republican Cori Bush's husband indicted for wire fraud, accused of submitting false applications. But there was also, I think there was another senator that was, where is that article? There was another senator that was caught with trafficking issues. Sorry for the disruption. There's always disruptions. You know how busy my life is now at the moment. So I can't, be in peace and bring you the news I can right now. But at least I thought I'd hop on today and bring you some information. But anyway, as I said, go and read the post about, that I forwarded from Mark Atwood's channel. Very, very apt as well. And yeah, it's difficult for a lot of us to kind of feel and see that all this evil is still going on. Yes, it's being reduced, but it's just awful to see that there's still stuff going on, and be encouraged that it is the final days. It has been reduced massively, and it's not long now before any and all of those people will be banished from this planet. Okay, I know we have to love our brothers and sisters, but they will have to learn love from source, because some of them are beyond that right now. So we can remove that kind of evil. It's going to be a long journey to educate and bring all of the semi-good people over to the right side, and those that were not aware of what's been going on. It's going to be a long educational process. We all have had our PhD in the truth by now, or many of you have been going down the rabbit hole for years, have been doing thousands and thousands of hours of research, of study, of videos, audios, documentaries to learn what's really going on this planet in all aspects of society, because it's not just one or two, it's literally all aspects of society that has been inverted. And we're coming through that now. And but those that are just going to be waking up, they've got a lot of learning to do. So it's going to be a process, you know. It's not going to be all like flipped and suddenly everything is fine. I mean, for those that are saying that this Iraqi dinar revaluation is literally like days away, my question would be, but they haven't done away with the IRS or, you know, all the tax agencies yet. So when all that re-evaluation happens, the humanitarian funds and everything gets paid out, the IRS and the likes are still going to want their cut, right? So I don't know. For me, there's a lot of boxes that I feel still need to be ticked, but hey, who knows? We keep a positive attitude and hope that there will be some sort of wealth redistribution, at least starting very soon, so that those of us who've been on this course for a long time may have access to humanitarian funds to start rebuilding a new parallel earth while this old earth is dying. And that's just a metaphor, I don't mean it physically, but we're building a whole new way of living and being and interacting with one another. And that is the new earth, so to speak. It's a metaphoric description of what we're birthing right now. Okay, this beautiful golden age in 5D. So, and before I forget, while I'm at it, for my Joburg listeners who are in Johannesburg in South Africa, I'll be there on the 2nd of May in Joburg to speak to you and to give you the opportunity to meet incredible fellow light warriors, truth seekers, and like-minded soul tribe, so that we can start gathering in communities, because that's exactly what we need to do. Meet other like-minded people, start talking about joint projects, collaborations, ideas, visions, inspire one another. It is time. So I'm very happy to be up there in Joburg, because I have been asked for a while if I can please have something there as well. So here I am, and I hope you'll support it and share it with others, so we can make it a huge success. And we'll also be doing 2 one-day Qigong retreats, one in Pretoria and one in Joburg on the 1st and the 3rd. So it's going to be a 3-day period of just incredible events, and we'd love to have you there. Qigong teaches you how to move energy in your body, and how to assimilate energy, how to cultivate energy, so that you are immune to whatever outside forces there are, essentially, so you can be the calm in the storm. It's an incredible practice. It's going to help you with your spiritual and mental and personal growth, because it gets it done physically in the body. It's not like your mind understands it intellectually. You're physically going through the motions of transforming energy. And that is an incredible skill as we start switching on our various gifts, our telepathic skills, our psychic skills, our remote viewing skills, all of these wonderful things that we will have access to, as the 98% of junk DNA will be activated. Now, not all of it, but we should at least have another 10% activated in the near future. So these are the things I'm talking about that we'll be able to access, but we also have to work on it. It's not going to just fall in our laps, right? We have to actively want it, ask for it, and work on it. So that's super exciting, and I hope you're as excited as I am, because I'm like a little kid in a candy store right now. And we just got beautiful days ahead. So don't be discouraged, because it's all going to be good. Don't be caught in the details here. Try and take a 40,000 foot view, so you can look at the bigger picture. We're shifting the ages. We are shifting the control of this planet into benevolent hands. It's a huge, huge thing, and you are part of this. So don't get annoyed if things don't happen as fast as you want it to be, because everything will happen when it is supposed to, believe it or not. Okay, so just develop a little bit more patience. Use that time to be still, to be in nature, and to realize your own divinity, your own role in this incredible mission on earth. And we'll all be fine. Okay, it's got a beautiful future awaiting us, and we're birthing it ourselves. So every thought that you think, every emotion that you feel, every action you take, every word you speak has the potential to be turned into reality. So be careful what you think, feel, and say. Okay, very, very important, because you're literally manifesting exactly that around you. So if you are in doubt, in fear, in disbelief, well, you're not going to get a great result. So you have to kind of first mechanically start changing the habits of falling into those thoughts and feelings. You've got to discipline your mind and your emotional body and rein them in like a wild horse. And once you do, the good stuff will start unfolding. So I hope you're feeling as excited as I am. Lastly, I just want to say this little tidbit of news. Trump held 96 rallies in 2024. CNN aired one of them live, only one out of 96. Which one was that? Butler, Pennsylvania. What happened there? We all know what happened there. So what are the odds? Really, what are the odds? So, all these things are slowly being exposed and things are turning. The tide is literally turning as we speak. So ride that wave onto a beautiful beach of a beautiful island of a beautiful new future, and we'll do it together. So have an awesome week. I'm sending you all much love, and I'll speak to you soon.